which is in the middle. I use shims in two spots between the trailer and the spreader. This is what I got made in at Excel Welding in Red Deer, Alberta. So this is about 1.5 inches, but the gap was 1 inch, so basically it's the same as having 1/2 inch. And no pins on the top, as you can see. We removed the pins, only the bottom, so it sits on the bottom pins, and these are bolted together. And then here I put this between the spreader and the first axle, because this one was here, but it's useless over there. But we'll see. Once I'm loaded, I'm gonna look at all the bags. Like now there's no air. There's no air in the bags, but and the excavator operator helped me. I could not put these in, so we had to lift this part with a chain. And then when we lift it, this gap opened, because I tried with the hydraulics, does not work. I hope this one is not too big. If it's too big, again, we're gonna take it out and put a medium size blue or yellow, but I'm pretty sure I need one here. But again, this is my first time using shims on a 2+2 booster, so all the negative comments are welcome. First we're gonna try to load it like this, with a conveyor towards the rear of the trailer. But it cannot stick out because I already got my permits. And on my permits I indicated I have 0 overhang. And so if it's overhangs too much, we're gonna turn around. We're gonna turn around and load the conveyor towards the truck. hanging in the trailer.
It's not? Okay, perfect.
That's maximum, right? So it's all tight. Yeah. Okay.
You want to put boards under there and I'll lower it down?
So just under the cylinder would cut it, right? Shall I use 2 boards?
That wouldn't hurt. You got the extra boards. Better off to, let the teeth set on the boards, and that's where they don't go into the steel at all. Go up a little bit. Yes, it's hitting the trailer. When we go down in the back, that'll come up a bit now.
Okay. Maybe I should put a board in there, but I don't know if it's gonna stay in place.
What's that?
I don't know if I put a board in there, I don't know.
Oh, it'll move.
Oh, okay.
You're better off to lower the back and just let the drum touch your boards, and you should be good.
Okay, then drop the rear.
What's that?
Leave this one like this.
Yeah.
And just...
Then I'll lower the rear.
Hooked up. once you shut down, it's not gonna move, right?
Oh, once I shut it off, it ain't moving.
Okay, no, this is fine. We have like 4 inches.
I go up a bit.
No, I'll leave it like this. That should be okay, right?
Yeah.
No, because I need something underneath, otherwise, because the empty space, right?
Yeah. Yeah, like you say, you're gonna put the chains on and pull it down so it ain't going nowhere.
Okay. Yeah, because I know if, oh, I see it's still moving. Look.
What's that?
That.
Oh, that's just the millboard. It'll settle down.
It's just this part, right?
Yeah, it's just the back millboard because it's on float.
Oh,
it only
that
goes.
one.
Yeah, it only goes so far, then it'll stop. I just raised it up so you can see the teeth.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, sounds good. And then I'll chain and hook up, and then I'll find you to flip the neck.
Yep.
So yeah, looks good. So I'm glad that we didn't have to turn around and do this shit again. So it fits perfect. You see, if I had a regular trailer, it would be sticking out.
Yeah, then you would have to have a permit.
I have to change my permits.
Right. Where are you taking it to?
Newark, New Jersey.
Oh, okay.
It's a port. It goes to somebody from Dominican Republic.
Oh, okay.
And also, you guys have a washer, right? So once we're all chained and ready, can you just give it a rinse?
Yeah, that guy right there. Who that you want to talk to?
Okay, yeah, because this stuff, they don't, when you cross the border, you know, they don't like this stuff. Like on excavators, they don't like baked dirt, but this is a bit, you know, just a quick rinse.
Yeah. I'll talk to my boss right now and see if we can give it. Have this guy do
And this is it. So, oh, check this out. Look, one track. Why the tracks are like that? Yeah, I can probably ask him to turn a little bit. Shoot, I did not notice this. How did he turn like this? Yeah, because the machine, see, this thing is perfect. Like this sits straight. But yeah, he just needs to turn the tracks. Okay, we can do that. And I have to find a way to store that box somewhere. Like this machine has no cab. And the guy comes out, brings this out, and he says, "Hey, where do you want it?" I said, "What is that? I don't want it." I said, "Can you put it in the cab?" He said, "Well, there's no cab." But I'm not supposed to have second piece right on the deck, so yeah, we're not even supposed to carry freight inside the cab, but he says this is just books. But yeah, you see, this is no good. To go across the border, it has to be clean. Like there's no dirt here because it's all rubber, right? Which is good news, but they have to wash this. But yeah, I need to ask him to turn the tracks a little bit. All right, so that booster took like so much time, but we dragged it with the excavator towards the trailer and put in the bottom pins. It wasn't too difficult, but shimming took a while. I just hope this is the proper shimming, enough and not too much. If it's too much, we'll just, you know, we'll use the excavator to lift one pot for quicker adjustment. And then once I'm done, I'm gonna hook up and drop the trailer with the neck, and he will help me flip the neck. I hope the rear, I see like the rear can go down, but then the knives, the cutters will be in my deck, which I don't want. So we'll see what happens. Let me put some chains on, some binders, and hook up. And the plan today is to reach the border, Fort Erie, and then the escort is meeting me at the bridge just like last time, but this time they allow me to go on I-90, so it's gonna be much faster. I-90 to 390, I-86, New York 17 to I-81 south into Pennsylvania. That's how we're going through New York, so much faster this time. Well, this time I decided to disconnect my my hose because I don't need it. Just it's held in place by some bungee cords. You see, it's hooked up here, but it's lying inside there because you see everything is like too close. Yeah, I don't want it there either. See, I don't like this. Because over there it's almost touching the drive shaft. Yeah, I gotta climb in there and shorten it. But anyway, so riding like this with the neck, and not sure about the weight, but it feels pretty heavy on the gauges, and we had to do it like this because that stupid thing has 3 tracks. I guess they didn't have enough money for 4 tracks, so somebody ordered this with 3 tracks. That's what you get, you know, when you don't have enough. And of course, you know, that just sheet metal, but these are cross members, so we put it like this. And the guy was, when they would build the bridge, as you saw, right? And so I asked the guy where they usually tie it down, and he said on each corner there's a hole like this. This is the back, because the front is with the conveyor. So there's one hole like this, one hole over there, and the same on the other side. But then if it's 80,000 pounds, I'm just wearing this because there's so much dust in here. But if it's 80,000 pounds, I need more chains, right? So where do you put them? Like they had, I said, can I use this? The guy says, no, I would not use that. But that looks like a solid piece, but I don't know. He says it's welded. Maybe this one is not very strong, but anyway, so I did it like this, like I do with excavators. Just put 2 chains on the tracks, and of course this counts as a long tie down. So this is good for 20,000 pounds, 20,000 pounds, 2 of these 20,000 pounds. So here we are covered for 60,000 pounds. And same here, 60, 80, 100, and one more pair, 120. So it can go somewhere, I'm not sure where. And the guy says tie down the, he suggested to tie down the this thing, because he says it cannot go down, but it can go left and right. It can wobble a little bit. And so of course I don't want to tie down to my flip axles again or to the spreader, and so I had to do it like this. So these 2 chains, I don't even count them as you know, as a chain for weight purposes. But yeah, loading, like, I'm surprised it was relatively easy, except I really hate these things over here. Because they're so sharp. If they touch the metal, there'll be a hole like this. Ask me how I know. Yeah, this is dirty. I told the guy, I said, you know, it's not the carrier responsibility to wash this stuff, but they never listen. And anyway, the most important thing finally looks like the stupid spreader is working. You see this? I still have 3 smaller shims left. I could still shim more. And you see now everything is connected over here at the top. I don't have to climb at the bottom anymore. And look at the airbags. See this? Right? Just slightly bigger than my palm, than my hand. And then here, very similar. The chain is loose. And here we actually have more weight on the back. But if I don't know if you guys remember that, when I loaded that 107,000 pound pile driver, this thing, the airbag was like this tall and the chain was super tight. Basically the bags were about to explode. And the same here, like the spreader could not transfer the weight. Like this thing was over here, like this part was sitting like this, and no matter how much air I put in, it did not work. And now I'm just running. Interesting thing I learned is that 2 plus 2, you don't need as much pressure here as like 3 plus 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You see I'm in position 7, whereas before when I was hauling that scraper truck I was in 8, but back then I had 3 plus 1. But they should be similar weight with that scraper truck. But you see the shims in here between the trailer and the spreader, because of course there's a huge gap in here, and they're staying put, you know, like of course there's so much pressure in here, like that's why you don't even need pins. You see how pins are, you would not be able to put a pin in here. So we moved this way, and then I had these over here. But I remember when I was talking to JC Trailer in Las Vegas, they said no, do not put shims in here between the last 2 axles. You need shims either in the front of the spreader or as an option between the spreader and this axle. But you can see here, right, that I have between these 2 axles I have more weight on this axle than on this axle. So what does that tell you? That tells you that I still need, no, maybe I need a smaller shim, right? If I do a smaller shim, then this should go down. But we'll see. You guys who knows about this, who has experience, only if you have experience with JC Trailer spreaders, leave me a comment. What do you think? Do I need to put a smaller shim to make the bags like similar in height? Because of course, you know, that's your load. Like yes, here it's much shorter between the axle and the bottom of the frame, so there's more weight here, which is very interesting because before there was no weight whatsoever. So these shims, really, that's all you need, you know. So I thought it was really bad design or something, like, but basically that's all you need. All you need is this. All you need is the shims. Maybe I don't know, maybe I should even, what happens if I take it out? If I take it out, this thing will go this way, right? But I don't know. Or maybe I need a bigger shim, because basically I need to put more weight on this axle, right? So because this one has more weight, more pressure, so I need to push this into the ground, right? Maybe what I can do is, if I raise this, that's the problem. If I raise this, it pushes the entire thing, and it'll actually, I tried before with position number 8, and the rear axle was like this, like the airbag. So but comparing this one, you see this one is very similar to this one, but this one is a bit more. So maybe what I can do is actually go even smaller. So what this will do, this will lower this and more weight will go on the trailer, and so these airbags will be shorter. Yeah, they're going down. We can just compare. Okay. Just above my over here. Oh, now it's much more here. And you see now this one is rising. But anyway, something is super different, much better than last time. And also what I can do is I can raise the front of the trailer. I can drop this. Like usually they recommend position 3, but I can go to, let's say, 2, and this will go down, so this will be the same as adding a shim in here. So that one is good, this one is good. Now this one is bigger, but not by too much, and this one gets bigger. Or so now actually, yeah, this is much better, because before this was too much weight here. So now we're just by moving by one to a smaller position, we're saving the wear and tear on the airbags, right? And we just push the weight to the trailer. Perfect. And the disco lights are on, everything is cool. So yeah, we're gonna run like this, see what happens. I think today I'm just gonna drive to Flying J in London, because I'm going through Buffalo again, right? I'm going through Buffalo, and the same issue as last time. There's a curfew from 7 to 9, so I cannot cross until 9, and I already have all my permits. So that's the Flying J. It's only 172 kilometers, which is just over 100 miles, which is good because now it's already 20 to 3. So I was here at 8 o'clock. Got up at 5:30. No. Yeah, I think 5:30. Yeah, I left at 6. But then I had to stop to get DEF because I was like critically low on DEF. So yeah, it was a very long day. So, and from here it's like 370 kilometers to Niagara Falls, and from there it's another 40 to the border, so 360, and over here it's 172. Yeah, so then from there, from Flying J, it'll be 200 kilometers, so like 2 hours. Just over 2 hours of driving, so perfect. I can get up at 6 and start driving. Start driving like at 6:30, 6:40, and I'll be there like 8:45. I think that's what I should do, yeah. All right, that's it. That's the final message. Oh yeah, you see, we're perfect on the... Sorry for the dust, but I clean it up, like over here. You see, cleaner. But that thing, it's a dirt lot. And each time, even like a pickup truck moves, there's so much dust. So I actually had to wear the mask. I started in the morning by wearing the mask because nobody's here wearing masks, and the guy was close to me, but then I see that he's like probably my age. So I'm not that afraid of older people. It's more like younger people that I have to, you know, watch out for. But I was actually, yeah, I was wearing these just because of so much dirt in the air. All right, we'll do an update once I'm in the States. But yeah, like I said, I already have all the permits. New York, PA, New Jersey, and the guy, maybe I missed his call, but he's gonna call me today. I booked an escort. I need an escort in New York. And yeah, for this machine, I don't need the neck. I don't need the 2+2 in the back, but actually I see it's still some weight on there. So maybe it's like about 80,000 pounds. So you can do this, especially in Ontario, with 3 axles in the back and 120, 130 inch neck, because you need to move the weight forward, right? Otherwise your drives will be overloaded. But I don't want to mess with this spreader each time disconnecting, reconnecting, reconfiguring, right? So I want to run like this all the time, and this was super useful experience with the shims. I just need to fine-tune it, but now I know how to do it, you know. And I think those shims, the red ones over there, I think they're useful. I'll have to figure out, do I need a bigger shim or smaller shim? It's a confusing topic. And yeah, and the last 2 things I need to do before I can cross into US. First of all, I have to talk to the escort guy, the pilot, because they said I have a guy, but he says they said that yesterday he'll call you, because I did this yesterday, but nobody called me so far. And I got a couple of emails about my Flowmaster Super 44. Seems like a popular muffler, and actually they look pretty rusty even after, I don't know, 6 months. When did I put them on? Probably in September, October, I don't remember. Yeah, it was like early fall, and because there's so much salt here on the roads, you know. And so one guy wants to buy 1 muffler. I said 50 bucks and 100 for 2 Canadian. And so yeah, so I need to talk to the escort driver. I need to set up my border crossing. I already have the bond. It goes in bond, so it's much easier. All I need to do is just log on to the website and punch in some numbers. And thing number 3 I have to do is go on the Peace Bridge website and fill out the form, and then they give me what they call PBA. P as in Peter, B as in boy, A as in apple. PBA. It's like a permission to cross the bridge, you know. And I think that lady that does these applications, she leaves at 3 o'clock, but then she comes back at like around 8. So even if I don't get a response tonight, it should be there, you know, early in the morning. But if not, I'll just go to the bridge and sit there. But for now, yeah, so for now we're just going to Flying J, just clean up a little bit. I'm all dirty, just, yeah, spent all day here climbing, crawling in the dirt. But loading was easy, flipping the neck was easy. The guy used the excavator, and the only thing that I probably spent, I don't know, two or even 3 hours, just once the spreader was connected at the bottom pins, then, you know, I was making sure all the hoses are connected in the proper order, because Fontaine, the Hail Trailer, they screwed up the sequence. You know, like normally let's say there's a red line, blue line, electric, and then black line. And they did that like that on the trailer, but then in the back, for some reason, it's like black, electric, red, blue. And I had to trace the lines to make sure, you know, I don't cross them, but I see at least the wheels are spinning, the airbags are inflated, so we're good. Anyway, thanks for watching. Take care, be safe, stay healthy.